Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to He Sees Us All YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about the censorship that we are all about to see. And yes, I realize that we're all already being censored, but I think we're about to see this whole thing be kicked up like 10 notches. A real Orwellian society is in the making. But before I get into this, I'd like to really quick thank Wendy for becoming the channel's newest Patreon. I usually say your last initial as well or your YouTube handle, but I haven't heard back from you yet, and I don't want to just put that out there if you don't want me to. But I just wanted to let you know that if you were watching, I use my Patreon to communicate a little bit closer with you if you'd like. And if you send me a message there, I'll reply to you within a day. I check my Patreon daily. I don't do tiers or anything because I treat everybody the same. And I would love to send you one of my handmade thank you / prayer cards as well if you're interested. So if you message me an address either through Patreon or you can email me at heseesususall@gmail.com, I will send it out to you as soon as I make it, and you can tell me some of your favorite colors as well, and I'll use them in the card. I'm also planning on doing giveaways maybe once or twice a year, and I'm going to make something nice like a shadow box or one of my drawings signed and framed, and do some kind of raffle or something. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do the giveaway yet, but I plan on doing something like that. And like I said, I always answer my messages, and I've actually made great friends there. One of my Patreons, Diane, helped me with this video a little bit. We actually talked quite a bit on there, and she sent me some amazing all-natural salve to help with my neuropathy. I have like really bad neuropathy. I don't talk much about that on here, and it actually works really, really good. So thank you, Diane, for that. And anyway, sorry about my intro being a little more personal. I was just hoping that Wendy and Diane would hear this, and I can send Wendy out her thank you card. But anyway, I've been piecing together some images and clips of Alex Jones's deposition on, and I'm going to just call it the hook throughout this video. And also his interview with Logan Paul on Logan Paul's very occultic looking talk show. But we'll get into that in a minute. And while I was doing this, Diane sent me a link to a video by Shaking My Head Productions. I'll link that video in the description box. And I also received an email from YouTube that I believe goes along with all of this as well. All of these things are happening at the same time by no coincidence at all. And you guys know I don't believe in coincidences anyway. Well, the video that Diane sent me is only like 5 minutes long, but it demonstrates that Julian Assange is on one of the Illuminati cards. These things are all a part of the elite's game. We know that the card showed the attacks on the Pentagon, as well as the attacks on the Twin Towers. We also have Donald Trump on a card, and now Assange's card has been put into play. And the interesting thing about his card is it says, "and stay dead." Remember after Assange leaked all that information and then went missing for a few months and everybody thought he was dead? Well, now he's been arrested. Is he going to die in prison or possibly be... And his arrest happening at the same time as Alex Jones's deposition on the hook is absolutely connected. This is all about censorship. Alex Jones is claiming that he was not the first person to call what happened at the hook a hoax. He claims that millions of people said it before him. But not just millions of any people. Millions of YouTubers specifically. I'm going to play you guys some clips from both the deposition and his interview with Logan Paul. They made that interview out to look like Alex Jones was completely insane and Logan Paul was the intellectual or the rational person. Well, character really, because this is all just one big show to these people anyway. And before I play these though, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to alter the clips I'm going to slightly speed them up and throw a filter over them. And I'll show you the email that I got at the end of the video. And the email is why I'm going to be altering my clips from here on out. I was already altering them because I kind of figured that this was what we would encounter. I actually thought AIs were already scanning and hitting videos this way, but that's a topic for another day. So the first clip I want to show you is the deposition on the hook, and I want to show you where Alex Jones, a man who has said in the past that he comes from a family of Masons or real enlightened individuals, is currently taking this whole thing.
Mr. Jones, I want to go back to when this all started. And in fairness to you, one of the things that you've tried to make clear is that you're not the one who started the theory that Sandy Hook was a false flag, correct?
Yes.
And that's something that was borne out by InfoWars archives and that you've been able to rely on in court, correct?
I don't exactly understand what you're saying.
Okay, let me help you with that.
So that was the prosecutor stating in a kind of convoluted way that Alex Jones is claiming that he wasn't the first to call the events a hoax. Next, I'm going to play for you Alex Jones stating himself where exactly he got his influence. And I'm telling you guys that this is being played out this way on purpose. We're about to see our God-given freedom of speech and thought sharing be swept away, and it's happening right under our noses. Here's the next clip.
Allow me to read it again for you, Mr. Jones. Plaintiffs claim that I started the controversy and/or conspiracy theory about Sandy Hook being a hoax. This is not true. I read that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. The next sentence says, before I ever publicly commented on any issues relating to Sandy Hook, I learned that others with whom I have no affiliation or relationship had already posted articles. Excuse me, Mr. Jones, if you'd like to flip the page. Relationship had already posted articles online making this claim and questioning the events as reported. I read that sentence correctly?
Yes.
So that was Alex Jones's statement being read back to him. And if you notice, the prosecutor told him when to flip the page. So even though he claimed he had to read the statement first, which I didn't show you guys that part because it was like a minute long. Alex said he had to read everything first, and he sat there and he acted like he read everything. And then he was acting like he was following along with the prosecutor when clearly he wasn't. See, that's the thing. Alex Jones is an actor, and right now is his time to shine. And he's just playing his part. Now, here's the targeted statement. And again, I'm sorry I have to speed these up, but it's the only way that I think I can get these clips through without getting hit with a copyright, and then YouTube, in turn, removing my video.
There were a variety of articles and YouTube videos questioning the events that started getting popular in the time period after the shooting. I assume you saw some of those?
Yes.
How long is this are we talking? Are we talking days, weeks, months?
I don't know. I don't want to answer it correctly. I don't remember the exact times. So I really can't state that time, but I think a month or longer.
Sure. Okay. I remember there was about a month after the shooting, there was a relatively popular YouTube video went viral. Do you recall this video?
There were a lot of 2 million, 10 million. There was a bunch of videos, and it was a firestorm of on the internet.
So there was a variety of articles and YouTube videos. See, that's the thing. They're going for censorship here, and I'm telling you, they're going to go after YouTubers specifically. And then Jones goes on to say that there was a firestorm on the internet. A firestorm. Are you kidding me? A firestorm of influence from people on YouTube. And the solution? The solution will be more censorship, I assure you. I can't see Alex Jones blaming people on the internet and then Assange's arrest not being connected. Now, before I show you the clips from Logan Paul's show, I just want you guys to just notice and observe how calm and collected Alex Jones was in those last clips. Because these next ones make him look like a complete madman, while Logan Paul, and I can't even believe the irony here, is the one who's rational.
Well, if you've not resonated to God, you just join with all the failure and just turn like a goblin.
And? Like
If you have resonated with
And
God.
forever you're running around with a bunch of like retard goblins.
Do you think that, because I've mentioned to this before, and I hear your point about the retarded goblins, but
Hillary!
no, Ed, do not. No, stop. Do not do that. Listen to me.
He just know his energy's contagious, all
to
right?
give me milk.
No, stop.
I want
Spencer's
to
sitting right next to him. We don't know what it's like.
Drink her,
Hillary,
Hillary.
you don't
I
know what
want
it's
you,
like
Hillary.
over there.
I want your milk. Like Romulus and Remus. I want him to hang down. I want your milk, Hillary. Give me your milk.
So, yeah. Retarded goblins. And Jones wants Hillary's milk. He acts completely insane throughout this entire show. And when Logan Paul asks him about the deposition in the hook, Alex just rambled on about how popular he was and about how many people were watching InfoWars. They literally had to ask him like 3 times before they finally got a response out of him. And when they did get a response, Alex again blames the internet. But he also says that he was in a form of psychosis at the time. So here we are again mixing truth with mental illness. And they slip in that the events were an anomaly. And Alex actually says that the only weapon he has is that he's really truthful. I mean, really, the only weapon he has is that he always tells the truth. You just watch this clip.
I want to rewind a second to the basis of Mike's question was how did you get to a place where you were questioning the events that took place at Sandy Hook?
The anomalies.
Okay, well, this is a very good question, because I said in the deposition from being sued like a month ago that they weren't supposed to release. Like, they still did it. It's even in the video. They go, we agree, will not be released. And then they release it. Just they do whatever they want, because they know that, they got the Sandy Hook kids to use. That's the lawyers. Not parents are good people. So they can do whatever they want. They just break the rules. And we're in the meeting, and I say, it was almost like a form of psychosis that, I'm being honest, it's the only weapon I have, so I'm really truthful, is that I look back to like 7 years ago when the internet.
And there it is. Searching for truth or looking into anything that your government has deemed to be a conspiracy is a form of psychosis. If you do not believe what the media is telling you, you are then deemed mentally ill. Alex is playing his role for sure, as he always has, but it's amazing how he now claims that he believes everything that's being said. He's changed, and honestly, by his over-animated interview with Logan Paul, you know that's just false. And that back then he was in a form of psychosis because of YouTube videos. I think we're going to start seeing channels disappear in the near future. And did you guys notice how occultic Logan Paul's set is? The eyes in Impaulsive are inverted. Well, one of them is anyway, as if one is pointing up and one is pointing down, as above, so below, and the letter I to top. Then you see he has a phoenix on his desk and on his laptop, as in the phoenix rising. I don't know, they were just small things that I observed and wanted to point out to you guys. I have 2 more clips for you guys. In the next one, they actually bring up the disgusting, well-known pedo-Satanist Jimmy Savile. And just for reference, they get into this conversation because they were talking about how Alex Jones is really Bill Hicks. Then Logan Paul's co-host says that Alex said Logan Paul looked like Jimmy Savile in one of his shows. It was just really odd to me, and I guess you could say it went pretty well along with Logan Paul's set design, right?
What was his name? You said it was a child molester.
Listen,
what's his name?
I said it was a joke.
No,
You hit on it 4 times.
I have never.
What's his name?
Like, this guy, it's kind of like when Charles Barkley met Kevin Brady. He's like, I'm not gay, but this guy's really handsome. Logan Paul's pretty handsome over here in person.
Yeah. As soon as you see him in person, it's a different story. I got my hair dyed. I got my hair dyed. A little blonde.
Alex, I have never laughed so fucking hard, dude.
Yo, and you're just rolling this picture in the background.
Look at the camera. I thought it was
Are you secretly Jimmy Savile, son?
So Alex Jones makes some gay jokes like he's attracted to Logan Paul, I guess. He was really brown-nosing Logan Paul this entire interview, if you know what I mean. But did you notice when they zoom in on Logan Paul's face and he smiles after saying like he got his hair dyed or whatever, and then when they do it a second time, he smiles to try to look like Jimmy Savile, and it's basically the same awkward smile. His eyes are just open a little wider. I don't know. It's just another thing that I couldn't help but observe, and just how forced both of those smiles were. Now, the last clip is a little more of Alex Jones making animated noises and then talking about satanic rituals. If you guys want to watch the whole interview, I'm going to link it down below in the description box. I had so many other clips that I had pieced together that I wanted to use, but I didn't really want to push my luck with YouTube's new copyright bot, and I'll show you guys after what I mean with the whole email and everything, like I said. So here's the last clip I wanted you guys to see.
And Paul Watson's the first, because he's out 6 hours ahead in England. At like 2 a.m., this comes in. So it's already like 8 in the morning there. He writes the article You know, we're saying the Aleister Crowley ritual will be next week, and it's bloody, just type in spirit cooking, and it's dead goats, and it's little kids at events with soups of blood and simulated human sacrifice, and we'll have the breast milk ready. This is Hollywood stuff.
You see how animated Alex was in all of those clips that I put together? Same old Alex Jones, if you ask me. But he wants everybody to believe that he's changed and has woken up from waking up. Went back to sleep, really, which is crap, and I know that, and he knows that, and everyone should realize what's being done here. All truthers will be labeled mentally ill. If you're not completely self-absorbed and a consumer that they can profit off of, someone who always believes the nonsense stories that the media is constantly pushing, you are crazy. Yes, you are. Not the person who believes that one man in a hotel room way up in the air killed 58 people, basically all headshots too, and wounded 422 more. No, that person is a good little bee, a good addition to the coming hive. And there's one more thing I wanted to add to this little recipe for disaster that we have going on here. And I truly mean it when I say that all of these things are connected and happening at the same time with purpose. Alex Jones gave his deposition in March. Assange is then arrested in April. And while I was putting this video together, I get this email. YouTube is introducing its new copyright tool. That's right. YouTube now offers an AI that will scan all of the videos on YouTube and look for your material. And if they find it, they will send you an email to alert you. Doesn't this kind of throw fair use right out the window? They shouldn't be calling it a copyright tool. They might as well tell it like it is and call it their new censorship tool. I have a feeling copyright claims are going to start rolling in for a lot of YouTubers, including myself, and I'm pretty sure that's where all of those Desmond claims came for me and many others. This right here is why I'm going to be altering any and all clips I use in my videos from here on out. Honestly, I'm going to try to use just imagery as often as I possibly can. We thought that the recent censorship and shadow banning was bad. Just wait. That's just the beginning of this mess. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to my backup channel just in case anything ever happens to this one. Honestly, I've got to come up with some alternate way besides YouTube where I can communicate with you guys. The links to Alex Jones's deposition, Logan Paul's episode of Impaulsive, and the video Diane sent me by Shaking My Head Productions will all be in the description box down below. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at HeSeesUsAll1 and Reddit as well. And if you'd like to email me, my email is heseesusall@gmail.com. I love hearing from you guys. All of the links will be in the description box down below. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to hit the like button to help get this video out there. Hopefully some other YouTubers will see it because we seriously need to come up with a better platform for truthers. Things are only going to get worse as far as the censorship here on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have subscribed, make sure you check the notification bell and hit always so you'll actually get to see when I post a video. I post maybe once a week or so, and I don't think that everyone's being notified. I realize that not everybody's going to be notified, but I don't think everybody that wants to be notified is being notified. I've had people tell me several times over that they were unsubscribed multiple times and not by them. And actually, somebody actually commented on one of my videos last night saying that they had to resubscribe. This is the comment here. So really, the shadow banning runs so much deeper than what we see at the surface. God bless you guys. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you all join me in my next video.